Do you celebrate your strengths and wins? So often I think we get down on ourselves for things that we're maybe not good at. And what we need to spend a little bit more time at and doing is things that we are good at and things that we love. And I think we need to do that with kids too, because that helps us uplift and feel better about ourselves. And so often, even in schools, we spend time focusing kids on things that they're maybe not so good at to like get them better at that. But what if we spent more time on things that they're good at and building their self-esteem? And then essentially we would be able to build on those strengths and stretch those strengths out into other areas. And I think when kids feel self-confident, then they are able to try more things, and they're more willing to try something that they're maybe not so good at when they have that self-confidence to actually do it. And so I think too, as adults, so often we don't go out and do the things that we want to do, or we reach towards our goals because we're like, oh, I don't know if I'm good at that, or I like that self-doubt comes in. And so essentially one of the things that I want to start is a tutoring company that doesn't necessarily focus on what your child is struggling with, but really focuses on that mental health piece of what am I good at, what empowers me, and then how can I set goals to get better at the things that I may be struggling with, and then also how can I set goals to get better at the things that I'm already good at. And I think if we started to do that in schools, we would see a huge shift in the kids that are struggling and the kids that are below grade level. Because I know even in my classroom, when I look at the different kids, and I've been able to get kids who hated reading for their whole teaching career actually start to like reading, or school career, not teaching career. But they've actually started to like reading because they actually started to feel good at it because they also started to enjoy the books that they were reading, and I did it based on some of the strengths that they already had. And so when we build on strengths, then we're able to help people feel more self-confident. And when we feel more self-confident, we're able to take on the world in a more positive way. And I think that we really need to just shift our perspective in schools to maybe not spending so much time focusing on the things that we need to catch up on, but maybe focusing on some of the things that we're already good at, so that then we can build that self-confidence piece, so that then we can go back, and the things that we're not necessarily so great at, they will become a lot easier. And that is, so much of it is with our mind. I've been doing a whole bunch of reading over the summer about kids who just felt like they were not good at school, and when we can change their mindset that maybe they are good and focus on those things that they're already feel successful at, then they're able to be successful in the area that they were struggling with as well. And so as I go back into school this fall, I'm going to really focus on that. But I also think I'm going to start a tutoring company that focuses on empowering people through their strengths. And instead of being like, okay, I'm going to tutor math, I'm going to actually tutor you based on your mind. And I'm going to use that knowledge of the mind to help your child actually become better at everything that they're already doing well at, and then also the things that they're maybe struggling with, because so much of our success in an area has to do with how we already feel about it. And if I know, even when I taught grade 2, I had kids who by grade 2 were like, I suck at reading, I'm not reading. But that's not true. They actually have all of the capabilities to read and had lots and lots of success in reading. They just personally felt that they didn't do that or feel that way, so they had given up and essentially didn't want to do it anymore. And then when I could hook them some way through one of their strengths, then I was able to actually get them reading and get them liking to read. And so I think we're going to see a lot of improvements in children if we really start to focus on their strengths and on empowering them and on empowering their mind, because then we're going to see so much improvement in their marks and their grades and their attitudes as well.